Again?
Jim Holloway calling for the solar eligibility service here. And the reason we called you, at one time you'd expressed interest in solar power or lowering your electric bill for the house in San Pedro at 1015 Golden Rose Street.
Is
Are
it
you still the
free?
current homeowner there?
Is it free
Excuse
from
me?
the government? Or what? How does it work?
Okay, the Clean Energy Program, California is big on energy conservation, solar energy, etc., wind power, you name it. All that is a simple thing. It's just the power companies got on board with the state and, of course, the solar industry. And what we're doing is pre-qualifying people to see if they qualify, they're interested. And yeah, they do have programs right now which are actually zero out-of-pocket cost to you.
Okay.
That actually end up paying less than what you're paying now. And how do they do that? It's simple. They sell power back to the grid. And I've got neighbors that do exactly that. Because the programs, it depends on which one you qualify for and which one you choose in your area. And these programs are sponsored through a combination of incentive rebates and tax credits. In the end, all we do is educate you how to take the money you're already spending to the power and reduce that and put it back in the house.
How do you do that?
We just well, it's the idea of solar energy is to stabilize the grid. You understand how that works? In other words, we have in California, and by the way, I live in Santa Barbara. We have power spikes all the time. Whether you know it or not, there's power plants that sit around all the time. They're old people purses that come on during spike periods. When they come on in spike periods like that, it accentuates costs. They're very expensive. They're not on all the time. Stabilizing the grid allows everybody to lower their costs. So, like I said, it depends on which one you qualify for.
So
And that's what we go for.
that's too complicated what you just said. Can you break it down? Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because what you said is beyond my comprehension.
Okay, well, the ideas of how they save power is, see, solar makes energy.
Yeah.
Okay? And the idea of the extra energy you get from solar power is basically free energy.
Okay.
They can power back to the grid. Does that make sense? Back to the power grid. That's the electric companies. Right?
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, the offset saves money. That's the whole concept of it. Not a problem at all. And all we call to see if you pre-qualify for it. But the first deal is that your electric bill is over $80 or more a month. If it's under that, then it doesn't make a difference. How high is your electric bill?
I pay $50 a month.
Okay, well, if you're already paying $50 a month, it's not going to help you. That's the truth.
Oh, really?
It's too low. Because the difference isn't big enough. See what I mean?
Yeah.
If the difference is big, then it's worth it. If you're paying $40, $50, if it's that cheap, it just won't. There's not enough difference to save you any money.
The problem is I travel a lot, so I'm not in the house all the time. So my
well, that's good. That's how you get. I was wondering how you get it so cheap in San Pedro, because the average bill's a lot higher than that.
I know. I'm not home all the time, so but I'm still paying, but it's not that high for me.
Yeah, but that's nothing. Honest, nothing compared to. You got people in that area paying $200 and $300 bills, so you're doing a great job of conservation. But now I know why you're not there.
If I could ask you a question.
Sure.
Is there a way? I mean, you guys put solar. Then what happens? I have to get a tax rebate, or like how does the program work?
Well, the program, if you qualify for it, you can get tax rebate credits. And then tax credits, incentives, and savings, right? And basically, like I said, the whole key of the thing that makes it work is because the state's on board and the power companies are on board. The idea is they want the power back that you're getting extra. I'll give an example of my neighbor.
Yeah.
My neighbor's one of the guys on the city council in Goleta, California. It's right next to solar on his pole. Why? Because see, a poles to heat them take a long time, and it keeps the meter running. And so this guy was sitting there watching the thing run, and it kept his power bill high. It never went down. And he says, "Man, I travel. This guy travels all the time. But his was high because of that dang pole and then the air conditioning when they're back. But the deal is, he got carried away before it was even popular. It was a fad. And then what he ended up doing, he got to a point where his credits actually offset the power he was making. So he paid all his bills and he had said credit back to them. So he ended up on a net profit all the way. So, I mean, it works. I've seen it myself. Works good.
Okay.
But your bill is so low for you, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So, anyway, you just so low. If you ever move in, keep the number. But if you ever move in and that bill goes up, at least to $100 or so, then give us a call. We'd be glad to see if we can help.
All right.
But thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Sure. Bye-bye.
There you go. The solar scam.